to sail by the stars in your eyes, believing forever was ours to find. You wrapped me in waves that felt like home. Now I'm stranded on shores where I stand alone. Every promise washed over my skin, like a tide I thought would never end. But the water changed without a sound and left me sinking where I can't be found. I kept reaching for your hand while you drifted with the wind. And the deeper that I loved, the deeper I fell in. I'm drowning in your ocean, fighting currents of goodbye, holding on to memories as they disappear with the tide. I'm calling out your name, but the waves won't let it through. I'm lost beneath the surface of a love I gave to you. Still paints your shadow on the sea, like a ghost that refuses to leave me. I trace the places where we used to be. Now they're buried underneath the deep. I tried building boats from broken dreams, but they shattered in the storm between. The woman I when you held me close, and the stranger left after you let go. I kept searching through the dark for a light that wasn't there. You became the storm itself while I was saying prayers. I'm drowning in your ocean, fighting currents of goodbye, holding on to memories as they disappear with the tide. The waves won't let it through. I'm lost beneath the surface of a love I gave to you. And every breath I'm taking feels like one I'll never own. I'm drowning in your ocean, and I'm sinking all. Maybe someday I'll reach the shore where your echoes can't hurt anymore. But tonight the water pulls me down, and your silence is the loudest sound. I was willing to cross every sea, but you never fought for me. I'm drowning in your ocean while you're floating far away, watching all the pieces of my heart get carried by the waves. The love I thought would save me became the reason that I broke. Now I'm sinking through forever with your name inside my soul. And if you ever miss me when the stars begin to fall, remember I was drowning while you never heard my call. I'm drowning in your ocean, and there's nothing left to hold, just a heart beneath the water, growing colder, growing cold. The sea is quiet now, but your memory still rolls in like a wave that never ends. The is quiet, but my heart won't sleep. Your memory walks these halls and follows me. The clock keeps counting all the years you've gone, yet somehow every second feels too long. I still reach across the empty side of the bed for a hand that only lives inside my head. The moonlight spills like silver on the floor, but it can't find what I'm searching for. Every road I take leads me back to you. Every prayer I make falls apart like morning dew. I'm standing by a river of midnight tears, watching all our yesterdays disappear. The current carries pieces of my soul away, and I can't make them stay. I whisper your name into the darkened sky, but only broken echoes reply. And every drop reminds me you're not here. I'm lost inside a river of midnight tears. The stars above still shine the way they did when we believed forever was ours to live. But promises can fade like summer rain, leaving only shadows and pain. I read your old letters when the night grows cold. Every word a story that I'll never let go. The ink is fading slowly from the page, just like us slipping away. I keep fighting with the past, though I know I can't win. Trying to close the wound you left beneath my skin. I'm standing by a river of midnight tears, watching all our yesterdays disappear. The current carries pieces of my soul away, and I can't make them stay. I whisper your name into the darkened sky, but only broken echoes reply. And every drop reminds me you're not here. I'm lost inside a river of midnight tears. If love was meant to heal, why does it leave these scars? Why does goodbye feel endless when we're worlds apart? I gave you every dream I had, every beat of my heart. Now all that's left are fragments floating through the dark. I'm drowning in a river of midnight tears, built from all the words you'll never hear. The water rises higher with each passing night, and I can't find the light. I whisper your name into the endless rain, knowing nothing will ever be the same. Still I hold on to the ghost of what we were, though it only hurts worse. And someday this river may finally reach the sea, but tonight it's pulling all of me through the darkness where you disappeared into a river of midnight tears. And I keep flowing on. The stars keep moving near, but I'm still standing here beside this river of midnight tears. footprints in the wet sand, two shadows dancing by the shore, making promises to the horizon, like we never need anything more. The waves were singing our forever, the stars were writing out our names. But oceans don't ask for permission before they wash everything away. I didn't see the water rising, didn't hear the warning in the wind. I thought love was enough to keep us from drifting where we never meet again. It was the tide that swept us away, not a fight, not a mistake, just a slow pull of a world neither of us could escape. Now I'm standing where we started, watching memories fade to gray. You didn't leave me all at once, it was the tide that swept us away. I still keep your picture by my window, though the colors have begun to fade, like the dreams we wrapped around each other and the plans that never got made. Sometimes I hear your laughter carried softly through the rain, and for a moment I believe you'll come walking back again. But seasons change without asking, and hearts can break without a sound. Sometimes love isn't lost in anger, sometimes it's simply never found. It was the tide that swept us away, not a lie, not a betrayal, just the distance growing quietly until we finally failed. And now I'm holding all the pieces of a life we couldn't save. You didn't stop loving me completely, it was the tide that swept us away. Maybe somewhere in another lifetime we found a way to hold on tight. Maybe somewhere beyond the heartbreak we survived the endless night. But here beneath these lonely heavens, I watch the waves erase our names, and all that's left are fading echoes and the silence that remains. It was the tide that swept us away. And I still don't know who to blame. Was it time? Was it fate? Or just life changing everything? Now every sunset feels like goodbye, every dawn feels the same. I still search the sea for answers, though they never seem to stay. You didn't break my heart on purpose, you didn't choose to walk away. But somehow we still became strangers because of the tide that swept us away. The ocean keeps moving like nothing ever changed, but somewhere beneath its surface our forever still remains, lost in the tide that swept us away. Pictures still hang on the wall, like nothing ever changed at all. But every frame is filled with ghosts of the life I miss the most. Your coffee cup sits by the sink, A little thing that makes me think how someone can be gone for years, yet still be everywhere in here. I'll keep carrying your memory like a stone against my chest. The harder that I try to heal, the deeper that it rests. I'm sinking under the weight of goodbye, falling through the silence every night. The words we never got to say keep pulling me beneath the waves. I reach for air, but all I find are echoes of the love we left behind. And no matter how hard I try, I'm sinking under the weight of goodbye. The seasons changed outside my door, but my heart stayed where it was before. Frozen in that final moment when you became someone I couldn't hold. Friends say time will ease the pain, but time just learned to wear your face. Every road I take somehow still leads me back to yesterday. Oh, I've learned how to smile in public, I've learned how to hide the ache, but every night when I'm alone, the cracks begin to break. I'm sinking under the weight of goodbye, falling through the silence every night. The words we never got to say keep pulling me beneath the waves. I reach for air, but all I find are echoes of the love we left behind. And no matter how hard I try, I'm sinking under the weight of goodbye. If love was meant to last forever, why did forever leave so soon? Why does your shadow still surround me long after you left the room? I gave you all the pieces of me, every dream, every prayer. Now I'm searching through the wreckage for a heart that's no longer there. I'm sinking under the weight of goodbye, and I don't know if I'll survive. This ocean made from missing you gets deeper every time I try to let you go, to move ahead, to stop reliving what we had. But your name still lives inside every tear I've ever cried. And though the world keeps moving on, my heart remains where you said goodbye. Still sinking under the weight of goodbye. One day these waves may finally rest. One day this hurt may leave my chest, but tonight I'm still beneath the tide, sinking under the weight of goodbye. The rain began the day you left, and somehow it never stopped. It falls behind my tired eyes in every memory I've got. I hear your voice in thunder, I see your face in the gray. like every storm that passes through still carries your name. I keep opening old wounds, like pages I can't leave behind, trying to find a reason for the goodbye I never understood. There's storm clouds in my mind, and they won't let the sunlight through. Every thought becomes a lightning strike that brings me back to you. I keep drowning in the echoes of everything we used to be. There's storm clouds in my mind tonight, and they're raining all over me. The streets are crowded with strangers, but I've never felt so alone. Everybody's moving forward while I'm standing still at home. I tried to paint new colors across the sky you left behind, but every shade turns into gray when I close my eyes. Some hearts break like glass, mine broke like the weather. A little more every day and never fully together. There's storm clouds in my mind, and they won't let the sunlight through. Every thought becomes a lightning strike that brings me back to you. I keep drowning in the echoes of everything we used to be. There's storm clouds in my mind tonight, and they're raining all over me. I wish I could outrun this hurricane of memories and regret, but every road leads back to you, no matter where I step. And maybe you're already smiling under someone else's sky, while I'm still trapped inside the thunder of our last goodbye. There's storm clouds in my mind, and the winds are growing wild, tearing through the pieces of the woman I was before you left. Every dream we built together falls like rain into the sea. There's storm clouds in my mind forever where your love used to be. And though the storm may someday fade, its scars will always remain, because some people leave your life but never leave your pain. The thunder's growing distant, but your memory still shines like a flash across the darkness of these storm clouds in my mind. I used to wear your favorite color wrapped around my hopeful heart, never knowing someday the same color would tear my world apart. Now the sky hangs low above me, like it's carrying my pain. Every sunset fades to sorrow, every memory falls like rain. I tried painting over the hurt with brighter shades and borrowed light, but your shadow always finds me in the silence of the night. I'm living in the deepest shade of blue, a place where every road still leads to you, where every song sounds beneath the sky that never clears, drowning in 1,000 unshed tears. Ever since the day I lost you, I've been living in the deepest shade of blue. Your photograph still guards the corner of a room I can't let go, like a lighthouse in the darkness for a ship that lost its home. I still hear your laughter sometimes floating softly through my mind, a beautiful ghost I can't hold on to, but I can't leave behind. They say time can heal the broken, but time just taught me how to hide the pieces of my shattered heart that still call your name at night. I'm living in the deepest shade of blue, a place where every road still leads to you, where every song sounds like goodbye and every star forgets to shine. I'm trapped beneath the sky that never clears, drowning in 1,000 unshed tears. Ever since the day I lost you, I've been living in the deepest shade of blue. Maybe somewhere beyond the horizon, there's a version of us still alive, where your hand is reaching for mine and love survives. But here in this world, I watch another day fade away, and all the colors that once filled my heart have slowly turned to gray. I'm living in the deepest shade of blue, where forever ended far too soon, where every dream we built together falls apart beneath the moon. I'm holding on to what remains of a love that couldn't stay, and every heartbeat still remembers the words you couldn't say. Though the years may carry me forward and life may ask me to move on, there'll always be a part of me living in the deepest shade of blue. The night grows quiet, the stars fade from view, but my heart still belongs to the deepest shade of blue. The river keeps on moving past the places we once knew, carrying leaves and broken branches like it carries pieces of you. Everyone says keep going, follow where the water leads, but my heart is anchored somewhere between your goodbye and me. The seasons change without me, the years slip through my hands, yet I'm still standing on the shoreline, exactly where you left me standing. Time keeps pulling at my sleeve, begging me to let you go, but there's a part of me that's trapped in a moment I can't outgrow. I'm frozen in the current while the whole world rushes by, caught between holding on and letting go. disappeared long ago, but not the ache inside my heart. Sometimes I close my eyes and hear your laughter in the wind. For a second you're beside me, then reality begins again. I've learned how to fake a smile, I've learned how to hide the pain, but every night your absence falls like thunder through my veins. I'm frozen in the current while the whole world rushes by, caught between holding on and letting go beneath the lonely sky. You're gone, but your memory still flows through every vein, and though the river keeps on running, I'm standing still in the rain. I'm frozen in the current of a love I couldn't save, watching yesterday drift farther with every passing wave. Maybe healing is another river, one I haven't found yet. Maybe someday your name won't be tangled in every breath, but tonight the water feels colder than it's ever felt before, and I'm still searching for the pieces that washed up on your shore. I'm frozen in the current, and I don't know how to move when every road ahead of me still somehow leads to you. The river keeps on calling, but my heart won't leave this place. Still chasing after shadows, still looking for your face. And though tomorrow waits for me, I'm trapped inside yesterday, frozen in the current as you drift away. The river keeps on flowing, the stars keep shining through, but somewhere in its endless waters I'm still holding on to you. Frozen in the current. The rain came early this evening, just like it did the day you left. Now every drop upon the glass feels like a memory I haven't buried yet. The house is dark except the hallway, where your picture still remains. 1,000 little cracks around it, like my heart calling out your name. I try to close the curtains, I try to shut the storm outside, but some wounds leave openings where the hurt can always find its way inside. Like raindrops on a broken window, your memory keeps falling through. Every crack lets in another piece of everything I lost with you. I watch the water trace the glass like tears I can no longer hide, and every drop reminds me how much of me left with your goodbye. Like raindrops on a broken window, you still find your way inside. The clock keeps ticking in the silence, like footsteps fading down the hall. and every second feels heavier since I stopped hearing you call. I still wear the necklace you gave me, though it's shining slowly worn away, just like the promises we whispered before forever slipped away. People say that time is healing, but time has only taught me this: some hearts don't stop aching, they simply learn to live with what they miss. Like raindrops on a broken window, your memory keeps falling through. Every crack lets in another piece of everything I lost with you. I watch the water trace the glass like tears I can no longer hide, and every drop reminds me how much of me left with your goodbye. Like raindrops on a broken window, you still find your way inside. If I could gather every raindrop that has fallen since you've gone, maybe I could build an ocean deep enough to carry me on. But every storm returns with questions that no one can explain. Why the ones we love the most leave behind the deepest pain. Like raindrops on a broken window, your ghost keeps knocking at my heart. Through every crack and every fracture, you find a way to pull me apart. And though I know you're never coming back, I still look up whenever it erupts, hoping somehow you'll be standing there calling my name again. But all I hear are raindrops falling through the night, so slow, like memories that refuse to leave, and a heart that can't let go. The storm will pass by morning, the clouds will drift away, but these raindrops on a broken window will always make me stay. In yesterday, I came back to the shoreline where we used to spend our days. The same old wind was blowing, but nothing felt the same. I walked the path we wandered, hand in hand beneath the sun, searching for the pieces of the story we'd become. But the waves kept rolling in like they had something to say, and every step I followed slowly faded away. I thought memories were stronger than the tides that come and go, but even forever's promises can disappear below. The ocean's washing away your footprints one by one from the sand, erasing every trace of us like we never even happened. But no matter how the water rises or how much time has passed, the footprints you left on my heart are the ones that always last. The sea can take the evidence of where we used to be, but it can't wash away what you still mean to me. The sunset paints the water with the colors of goodbye, orange fading into darkness, like the tears behind my eyes. I still hear your laughter, carried softly through the breeze, like a ghost dancing on the shoreline, just beyond my reach. And every shell I pick up feels like another memory, a tiny piece of something the ocean couldn't keep. Maybe that's what heartbreak is, learning what remains after the world is washed away, everything that had your name. The ocean's washing away your footprints, one by one from the sand, erasing every trace of us like we never even happened. But no matter how the water rises or how much time has passed, the footprints you left on my heart are the ones that always last. The sea can take the evidence of where we used to be, but it can't wash away what you still mean to me. I used to think I'd find you at the end of every wave, like somehow love could survive everything that fate could take. But some stories end in silence, some hearts never fully mend, and some people leave forever while their echoes never end. The ocean's washing away your footprints, and tonight the shore is bare. No sign that you were ever here, except the ache I carry everywhere. The tide has claimed our yesterdays, the wind has scattered all the rest, but the mark you left upon my soul outlived everything we had. And though the sea keeps moving toward horizons I can't see, it'll never wash away the part of you and me. The waves keep coming, the years drift by, your footprints are gone, but not goodbye, but not goodbye. I wear my smile like velvet, soft enough to fool the crowd. Nobody sees the cracks beneath or hears the screams behind the sound. I walk through rooms like a ghost, dressed in memories of you, pretending I still know myself since the night I lost the truth. The mirror knows my secrets, the ones I cannot tell. How love can look like heaven and leave you living in a hell. You left so quietly, but your absence screams aloud, and every heartbeat carries a wound I can't live without. I'm bleeding velvet tonight, silk tears falling in the dark, looking beautiful on the outside while you're tearing through my heart. Every scar wears your name, every dream is stained in red. You left me dressed in elegance while everything inside is dead. I'm bleeding velvet tonight, and nobody sees a cry of loving you forever when you left me behind. The roses on keep them like reminders of how quickly beauty leaves a room. Your perfume haunts the hallway like a song that never ends, and every note pulls me backward to where forever should have been. The city lights keep shining as if nothing came undone, but my world stopped turning the moment you were gone. Some wounds don't need a knife, some heartbreak doesn't shout. Sometimes love simply leaves and takes your soul out. I'm bleeding velvet tonight, silk tears falling in the dark, looking beautiful on the outside while you're tearing through my heart. Every scar is your name, every dream is stained in red. You left me dressed in elegance while everything inside is dead. I'm bleeding velvet tonight, and nobody sees a cry of loving you forever when you left me behind. Maybe that's the cruelest thing about losing someone you adore. The world expects you to keep living when you're not yourself anymore. So I put on my finest dress and hide beneath the glow, but underneath the velvet, the pain still flows. I'm bleeding velvet tonight, the kind of hurt no one can touch. 1,000 shattered pieces, still remembering your love. Every candle in my chest burns for a memory that won't die. Every breath feels heavier under this endless sky. And though the years may cover the wreckage you designed, they'll always be a part of me. Bleeding velvet for the rest of time. The curtains close, the music fades, but the ache remains. Bleeding velvet in the shadows, you're your name. The sky was calm the day you left. No thunder warned my heart, no lightning split the horizon before you tore my world apart. You walked away in silence like it was easy to forget, while every step you took became a lifetime of regret. Now every room feels colder, every mirror knows my pain, and every night I hear your name like thunder in the rain. I keep pretending I'm alright, but the truth is hard to hide. There's an ocean of emotions I can barely keep inside. There's a tempest inside me, a storm that never sleeps, waves of memories crashing against the walls of me. The wind still carries echoes of promises we made, and every every flash of lightning shows the ghost of yesterday. There's a tempest inside me, and I don't know how to survive when the person I love most became the reason I cry. The world keeps turning slowly, as if nothing disappeared, but my heart still leaves in the last moment you were here. I still save your messages, though I know you'll never call. Some habits become heartaches when you're missing someone at all. And every song reminds me of the dreams we used to share. Now they drift across my mind like ashes in the air. Some storms pass with the morning, some clouds eventually break, but this one built a home inside the heart you made. There's a tempest inside me, a storm that never sleeps, waves of memories crashing against the walls of me. The wind still carries echoes of promises we made, and every flash of lightning shows the ghost of yesterday. There's a tempest inside me, and I don't know how to survive when the person I love most became the reason I cry. I wish I could outrun the weather, escape this endless night, find a shore where your memory finally loses its fight. But every road leads backward, every healing step turns blue, because the storm was never outside, the storm was always you. There's a tempest inside me, and it's tearing me apart, ripping through the pieces of what's left of my heart. The thunder grows louder with every tear I hide, and the rain keeps falling from somewhere deep inside. There's a tempest inside me, but one day it may cease when I finally stop searching for your shadow in my dreams. Until then I'll keep fighting beneath this stormy sky, carrying the wreckage of a love that wouldn't survive. The clouds may clear someday, the lightning may grow weak, but tonight the tempest lives inside me, inside me. I still leave the hallway light on, like somehow you'll find your way through the years and through the silence, back to where we used to stay. The coffee grows cold beside me, like the promises we made, and every shadow in this house looks a little like your face. The world outside keeps turning, people laugh and carry on, but my heart is still suspended in the moment you were reaching for your hand through memories I can't release. But every dream I wake from leaves me further from your reach. I'm submerged in the sorrow of a love that couldn't stay, sinking deeper through the echoes of the words we couldn't say. Every breath feels like an ocean, every tear becomes a sea. And the deeper that I miss you, the less of me is left in me. I'm submerged in the sorrow, and I can't find solid ground. Since the day you left forever, I've been slowly going down. The photographs are fading, but the ache remains the same. Time erased the colors, yet somehow preserved the pain. I still know the way you smile when the whole world felt too much. Now I give anything to feel the comfort of your touch. The moonlight fills the bedroom where your side remains untouched. A reminder that some absences can still hurt this much. I thought healing meant forgetting, but healing never came. It only taught me how to carry the weight of your name. I'm submerged in the sorrow of a love that couldn't stay, sinking deeper through the echoes of the words we couldn't say. Every breath feels like an ocean, every tear becomes a sea. And the deeper that I miss you, the less of me is left in me. I'm submerged in the sorrow, and I can't find solid ground. Since the day you left forever, I've been slowly going down. If I could swim beyond the memories, maybe I'd finally be free. But every wave pulls me backward to what we used to be. And every star above the water feels impossibly far away when you're trapped beneath the surface of a love that slipped away. I'm submerged in the sorrow, but I still whisper your name into the darkness every evening, though nothing answers back again. Every part of me remembers every promise, every kiss. And the coolest thing about losing you is knowing how much I'll always miss. I'm submerged in the sorrow of the life we never knew, still searching through the deep for one last piece of you. The tide keeps rising, the night grows long, and somewhere beneath these waters, my heart still waits for you. For you. The harbor lights are fading as another evening falls. The sea keeps whispering your name against these weathered walls. I stand where we once promised we'd never drift apart. Now the tide has carried you away, but not from my heart. The boats all leave the shoreline, chasing distant skies, while I'm still standing where you left me, watching time roll by. Everyone says keep moving, let the past become the sea, but they don't know a single wave can bring you back to me. I'm anchored to a memory of the way you held me close, of all the words we never said, and the love I miss the most. The ocean keeps on coming, I can't follow where it leads, because a part of me is still tied to what we used to be. I'm anchored to a memory, and I don't know how to break free. Your old jacket in the closet still carries traces of your scent, a fragile little time machine to a life that came and went. I replay our last conversation like a record worn and thin, searching for the moment where forever reached its end. Some nights I swear I hear you in the rhythm of the rain, and for a fleeting second you feel close to me again. Maybe love never truly leaves, maybe it just changes form, becoming ghosts and echoes that survive every storm. I'm anchored to a memory of the way you held me close, of all the words we never said, and the love I miss the most. The ocean keeps on calling, but I can't follow where it leads, because a part of me is still tied to what we used to be. I'm anchored to a memory, and I don't know how to break free. If I could cut the chain, would my heart finally heal? Or would I lose the only proof that what we had was real? So I stay here in the silence where your shadow still remains, holding on to yesterday through all the years and pain. I'm anchored to a memory, though the world has moved along, still holding every piece of you long after you've been gone. The stars above the water shine on a sea of broken dreams, and every light reminds me nothing is quite what it seems. I'm anchored to a memory of a love I couldn't keep, and every night I sail through the promises beneath the deep. The tide keeps changing, the seasons come and go, but some hearts stay anchored to the places they can't let go. Anchor to a memory. I spent years building walls, brick by brick around the pain, telling everyone I'm hid them far away, pretending I was over you a little more each day. But tonight I found your photograph lost inside a drawer, and suddenly the silence couldn't hold me anymore. One glance was all it took for every memory to start breaking through the barriers I'd built around my heart. The floodgates of my heart swung open, and all the tears came pouring through. Every promise, every goodbye, every piece of loving you. The rivers I'd held back for so many lonely years came rushing through the cracks tonight in a storm of memories and tears. I thought I learned to live without you. I thought I learned to play the part, but one photograph was all it took to open the floodgates of my heart. The room became an ocean made of everything we lost, every laugh, every late night dream, and all the love it cost. I heard your voice inside my mind like you never went away, and for a moment I forgot you chose another way. The clock kept moving forward, but I was frozen in the past, trying to hold on to a love that wasn't built to last. Sometimes healing isn't healing, sometimes it's just disguise, until the smallest memory brings every feeling back alive. The floodgates of my heart swung open, and all the tears came pouring through. Every promise, every goodbye, every piece of loving you. The rivers I'd held back for so many lonely years came rushing through the cracks tonight in a storm of memories and tears. I thought I learned to live without you. I thought I learned to play the part, but one photograph was all it took to open the floodgates of my heart. Maybe some loves never leave us, they just sleep beneath the skin, waiting for a quiet moment to rise and breathe again. And maybe that's the price we pay for loving someone true. A part of them keeps living inside everything we do. The floodgates of my heart are breaking, and I can no longer pretend that I don't miss the way you smiled. I wish you'd come back again. Every tear is a reminder of the life we couldn't save. Every wave of emotion pulls me deeper than the pain. I may someday find the strength to leave these memories behind, but tonight I'm lost inside the flood of you that's crossed my mind. The floodgates of my heart swung open, and your ghost came pouring through. The rain has finally stopped, the night is growing dark, but your memory still lingers beyond the floodgates of my heart. The sea is calm this evening, but my heart is caught in waves. I stand where we once laughed together. Now it's just a place of pain. The lighthouse still is shining, like it doesn't know you're gone, casting light across the water where I wait alone. I remember how you held me, like you never let me fall. Now your voice is just an echo, I can barely hear it all. I keep searching the horizon for a sign you'll come back home, but every passing sunset leaves me standing here alone. You're drifting away from shore, further than before. Every tide pulls you farther from the life we had before. And I'm waving from the coastline with a heart that's breaking slow, watching love disappear into places I can't go. You're drifting away from shore while I'm anchored in the pain. And no matter how I call your name, the wind carries it away. Your sweater hangs beside me like a ghost of yesterday, and the scent you left behind still refuses to fade. I replay our final moments like a film inside my mind, searching every word in silence for something I didn't find. The ocean never answers when I ask it where you've gone. It just keeps rolling onward like nothing's ever wrong. Maybe some goodbyes happen long before they're ever said. Maybe hearts can leave each other while they're still sharing the same bed. You're drifting away from shore, further than before. Every tide pulls you farther from the life we had before. And I'm waving from the coastline with a heart that's breaking slow, watching love disappear into places I can't go. You're drifting away from shore while I'm anchored in the pain. No matter how I call your name, the wind carries it away. I wish I could swim after you through every storm and every sea, but some distances aren't measured by miles in between. They're measured by the silence that grows louder every day, by the space between two people when love slips away. You're drifting away from shore, now you're only silhouette, a fading shape upon the water. I haven't forgotten yet, and though the ocean takes you beyond where I can see, part of you will always remain in the deepest part of me. You're drifting away from shore, but my heart still holds the line between who I am becoming and the girl you left behind. The lighthouse keeps shining, the waves keep rolling in, and somewhere beyond the horizon, you're drifting away again, away again. Away again. I still remember that September when your hand slipped out of mine. We were standing at the crossroads, too stubborn to read the signs. I thought there'd be another morning, another chance to make things right. I never knew forever could disappear in a single night. Now your shadow fills the spaces where your laughter used to stay, and every room becomes an ocean when I think of yesterday. If I could turn back time, I'd rewrite every line we said, but all I have are memories and the words inside my head. These waves of regret keep crashing against the shoreline of my soul, bringing back the things I should have said, the love I should have shown. Every I'm sorry comes too late, every tear falls like the rain, and the tide keeps pulling me beneath the weight of all the pain. These waves of regret keep coming, no matter how hard I forget, because losing you was heartbreak, but living with myself is regret. I found your old voice message hidden deep inside my phone, and hearing you say my name made this empty house feel like home. For a moment I could almost believe you were still here with me. Then reality came rushing in like a storm across the sea. The years have passed between us, but some wounds don't understand time. They stay fresh beneath the surface, like salt beneath the tide. I keep wondering if you knew how much I loved you in the end, or if my silence became the reason we couldn't mend. These waves of regret keep crashing against the shoreline of my soul, bringing back the things I should have said, the love I should have shown. Every I'm sorry comes too late, every tear falls like the rain, and the tide keeps pulling me beneath the weight of all the pain. These waves of regret keep coming, no matter how hard I forget, because losing you is heartbreak, but living with myself is regret. Maybe you found peace somewhere far beyond the stormy sea. Maybe you've already forgiven the things I can't forgive in me, but every night I still revisit the places where we fell apart, trying to rescue what is gone from the wreckage of my heart. These waves of regret keep crashing, and I don't know if they'll ever end. Every memory is another tide, returning once again. I carry all the love we wasted and all the chances left behind, like a lighthouse in the darkness that only shines on what I've lost. These waves of regret keep coming through every year and every breath, because some goodbyes become forever and some regrets. I will live the rest. The sea is quiet now, but inside me the waves still roll, carrying your name across my soul. I walk the shore when the world is sleeping, where the moon paints silver on the waves. The ocean listens without speaking to through all the words I'm too afraid to say. I tell it how I still remember the warmth of your hand in mine, how one goodbye became forever and stole the future we designed. The wind carries my confession far beyond the edge of sight, while the tide keeps pulling pieces of my broken heart tonight. I've hidden my pain from everyone, wore a smile through all these years, but the sea has seen the truth in every one of my tears. The sea knows my secrets, it knows I still love you, it knows I whisper your name when the night is deep and blue. It knows about the memories I pretend I've left behind, and how your ghost still lives in the corners of my mind. The sea knows my secrets, every promise, every scar, because it's heard my heart talking to the stars. The waves return each evening like they have nowhere else to go, just like my thoughts keep drifting back to a love I can't let go. I wrote your name upon the sand and watched the water pull it away, but even as the letters vanished, the ache inside me stayed. The lighthouse in the distance still burns against the dark, like a lonely guardian for a shattered heart. Everyone believes I'm healing, that I've learned to move alone, but the sea knows how many nights I've spent missing you this long. The sea knows my secrets, it knows I still love you, it knows I whisper your name when the night is deep and blue. It knows about the memories I pretend I've left behind, and how your ghost still lies in the corners of my mind. The sea knows my secrets, every promise, every scar, because it's heard my heart talking to the stars. If oceans could carry messages, would they bring my words to you? Would they tell you there's a woman still waiting where we used to? Or would they simply keep my secrets buried deep beneath the tide, beside all the dreams and hopes that never survive? The sea knows my secrets, and tonight I tell it more, how I still reach for your shadow, though you're gone from every shore. It knows the love I carry will never truly disappear, like waves returning endlessly year after year. The sea knows my secrets, and someday when I'm gone, it will keep them safe forever inside its ancient song. The moon fades slowly, the tide rolls in, and the sea keeps every secret I've ever given, including you. Including you. We build our dreams on open waters, with sails made from forever plans. Believing love could guide us safely through any storm life had at hand. You were my compass in the darkness, I was your harbor in the rain. We swore we'd never lose each other, now all that's left are waves and pain. The sky grew cold without a warning, the winds began to change their song, and somewhere in the growing distance we stopped knowing where we belonged. I never thought our story would be torn apart this way. One storm was all it took to carry everything away. We're shipwrecked hearts on a lonely ocean, floating through the wreckage of goodbye, holding on to broken pieces of a love we couldn't keep alive. The tide stole all our promises, the waves washed out our names. Now we're shipwrecked hearts, drifting in the pain. And every star above reminds me of the dreams we left behind. Two shipwrecked hearts, lost to the tide. I still keep the map we drew together, folded deep inside a drawer. A faded sketch of destinations we'll never reach anymore. Some nights I hear your laughter rising softly with the sea, and for a fleeting moment you're right here next to me. But morning always finds me with empty hands and tired eyes, watching another memory disappear into the sky. The ocean never tells me where the missing pieces go, it only leaves reminders of the love I'll always know. We're shipwrecked hearts on a lonely ocean, floating through the wreckage of goodbye, holding on to broken pieces of a love we couldn't keep alive. The tide stole all our promises, the waves washed out our names. Now we're shipwrecked hearts, drifting in the pain. And every star above reminds me of the dreams we left behind. Two shipwrecked hearts, lost to the tide. Maybe somewhere past the horizon another version of us survive, where the storm never found us and forever stayed alive. But here beneath these restless heavens I gather fragments of the past, trying to build a future from a love that couldn't last. We're shipwrecked hearts on a lonely ocean, and I'm still calling out for you, though the wind steals every answer before it can break through. The sea may claim our story, and the years may blur the scars, but a part of me will always search for your light among the stars. We're shipwrecked hearts, separated by the Loved you like the summer sky, wide enough to hold your dreams. I gave you every part of me without unraveling the seams. I built a home inside my heart and handed you the only key, never knowing one day you'd leave and lock the door on me. The clouds were gathering slowly, but I refused to see the signs. I thought love could stop the weather if I loved hard enough this time. I poured out every feeling like rain upon the earth, but some hearts don't know the value of what they're truly worth. It was a downpour of devotion, falling from my soul to yours. Every drop a promise, every storm a prayer for more. I loved you past the breaking point, past reason and control. And now I'm standing in the ruins of the flood that love became. It was a downpour of devotion, and I gave you all the rain. The streets are shining in the moonlight after another evening storm, just like my eyes still glisten whenever your memory is born. I hear your name in distant thunder, I see your face in every cloud, and all the words I never said still echo soft and loud. People tell me time is healing, that one day I'll forget your touch, but they don't know some hearts remember far too much. The sky eventually clears, that's what everybody says, but nobody talks about the puddles where the pain still rests. It was a downpour of devotion, falling from my soul to yours. Every drop a promise, every storm a prayer for more. I loved you past the breaking point, past reason and control. And now I'm standing in the ruins of the flood that love became. It was a downpour of devotion, and I gave you all the rain. If loving deeply is a weakness, then I was guilty from the start, because I never learned to love halfway. I only knew full heart, and maybe that's why losing you feels heavier than goodbye. I didn't just lose the one I love, I lost the future in my eyes. It was a downpour of devotion, and now the sky is cold and gray. All the dreams I planted in your hands were washed away. But if I had to live it over, I'd still choose every tear, because for a little while you were everything I held dear. It was a downpour of devotion, a love too deep to contain. I come here every evening to the edge of land and sky, where the waves keep all their secrets and no one asks me why. The shoreline knows my footsteps, the moon knows every prayer I've whispered into darkness, wishing you were there. The ocean keeps on breathing like nothing ever changed, while my heart still lives in the moment that you walked away. The tide rolls in, the tide rolls out, but my sorrow never leaves. Some nights I swear the sea is made from all the tears in me. Where the water meets the tears, that's where you'll find me still, standing with the pieces of a love I couldn't heal. Where the waves become my heartache and the horizon holds your name. I keep searching through the distance, though nothing stays the same. Where the water meets the tears, I let my memories flow into the endless blue of a love I can't let go. Your reflection lives in moonlight, dancing softly on the sea, like a ghost that comes to visit but never stays with me. I trace your name upon the sand, then watch it wash away. 1,000 times I've done it, yet the pain remains the same. Every shell I gather feels like a fragment of the past, little pieces of forever that were meant to last. The stars above keep shining like they don't understand how one goodbye can leave a heart stranded on the sand. Where the water meets the tears, that's where you'll find me still, standing with the pieces of a love I couldn't heal. Where the waves become my heartache and the horizon holds your name. I keep searching through the distance, though nothing stays the same. Where the water meets the tears, I let my memories flow into the endless blue of a love I can't let go. Maybe every ocean is made from broken hearts, every wave a story of lovers torn apart. And maybe that's why I feel closer to you beside the sea, because the water understands what nobody sees in me. Where the water meets the tears, the line becomes unclear. I can't tell where my sorrow ends and the ocean disappears. Every wave carries a memory, every breeze repeats your name. And though the years keep passing, the longing stays the same. Where the water meets the tears, I'll leave this pain someday, but tonight I stand between the sea and yesterday. The tide keeps rising, the stars drift near, and somewhere in the darkness, the water meets the tears, and you're still here, and you're still